Continue the third chapter of history, that is the Sultanate period, part 2. So before that we will discuss the topics of previous class, and I have given you some homework questions and the answers I have already given in PDF. Hope you get the answer already, but match the correct answers. So students, our topic of Sultanate period that we have discussed in our last class was, we discussed about Mamluk dynasty. That Mamluk dynasty started from 1206 to 1290 CE. And who was the founder of Mamluk dynasty? I have given you this question in homework also, that who was the founder of Mamluk dynasty, and the answer is Qutbuddin Aibak. He was the founder of Mamluk dynasty, Mamluk or slave dynasty, because Mamluk dynasty is also known as slave dynasty. And Qutbuddin Aibak ruled from 1206 to 1210 CE, and he was a very generous person because he made a lot of charity in the interest of people. That's why also he was known as Lakh Baksh. And after Qutbuddin Aibak, I have given you one more question, that who was the successor of Qutbuddin Aibak. So the answer is Iltutmish. Shamsuddin Iltutmish was the the son-in-law of Qutbuddin Aibak, was the successor of Qutbuddin Aibak. And we discussed the administration rule of Qutbuddin Aibak, and after that Iltutmish, whose reign started from 1211 to 1236 CE. And according to historian, he was regarded as the real founder of the Iltutmish. Shamsuddin Iltutmish regarded as the real founder of the Mamluk dynasty. And his administration and rule, that how he regained control over all the territories that was slipped from the hand of Qutbuddin Aibak. And after that we discussed about the Razia Sultan. So who was Razia Sultan? Razia Sultan was the daughter of Iltutmish, and it was the wish of Iltutmish that Razia became the ruler of dynasty after him, because according to Iltutmish, none of his son was able to the dynasty, to rule over the dynasty. So his wish was to make the ruler of dynasty Razia Sultan, and she was the first and she was the only female ruler of the Sultanate dynasty. Means during the whole Sultanate dynasty, the only female ruler of the dynasty was Razia Sultan. Though her reign was very short, her reign started from 1236 to 1240 CE only, because nobles were against agree with the wish of Iltutmish to make a female as the ruler of dynasty, because that time no one wants to take order from the female ruler. So Razia rebelled, overthrew and assassinated in 1266 CE, and after that the rule of Ghiyasuddin Balban came, and the reign of Ghiyasuddin Balban started from 1266 to 1286 CE. Now your question should be that the reign of Razia ended in 1240 only, and the reign of Ghiyasuddin Balban started from 1266. So what happened between 40 to 66? And who was the rulers who ruled between 1240 to 1266? So after the death of Razia, many rulers tried to control over the dynasty of rulers tried to succeed the throne. So Nasiruddin Mahmud, he was the son of Iltutmish, and he ruled from 40 to 66 CE. Means after Razia and before Ghiyasuddin Balban. Who was the ruler of this dynasty? Nasiruddin Mahmud, son of Iltutmish. And Ghiyasuddin Balban was the most powerful noble during the Iltutmish. During the reign of Iltutmish, Ghiyasuddin Balban was only the most powerful noble. वो एक मंत्री थे इल्तुतमिश के. And he was the real power behind the Nasiruddin during the rule of Nasiruddin Mahmud, because he was not capable to rule over the dynasty alone. So who was the real power behind him? Ghiyasuddin Balban. Who? Ghiyasuddin Balban, after establishing himself as the most powerful noble in the dynasty, he declared himself, who? Ghiyasuddin Balban declared himself the Sultan in 1266 CE. Now, the administration policies of Ghiyasuddin Balban. So, the administration policies of the Ghiyasuddin Balban, after succeeding the throne, the first action plan of the Ghiyasuddin Balban was to break the nobles so that he can suppress the rebellions from the core. तो उनका पहला एक्शन प्लान यही था कि वो सारे मंत्रियों को ब्रेक कर दें, आपस में तोड़ दें, ताकि वो ओरिजिन से जो उनके खिलाफ विद्रोह हो रहा था, रिवॉल्ट हो रहा था, उसको खत्म कर सके, सप्रेस कर सके. So strengthen and reorganize the army to protect he strengthened the army to protect the northwestern boundaries from the Mongol attacks, because Mongols was attacking that time again and again, and his spy system was strong. So he appointed many spies so that so he can check the loyalty of the people of dynasty, ताकि वो अपने डायनेस्टी के लोगों की लॉयल्टी को चेक कर सकें, that people is loyal towards him or not. So Ghiyasuddin Balban also introduced a Persian system of prostration. Prostration means Sastang Pranam, in which the people of the dynasty have to show their respect to the ruler by prostration. Is a system in which the person has to sit on the feet and touch the feet of the ruler from his head. Means generally this process people used to perform in the front of God. So people rebelled और लोगों ने इसका विद्रोह किया कि prostration was wrong and this custom is only for their God. So they cannot give this place to the ruler. The next one topic is the end of Mamluk dynasty. So Balban died in 1286 CE, means the reign of Ghiyasuddin Balban over during 1286 CE. After that, many of the rulers tried to succeed the throne from 1286 to 1290 CE, who proved incapable as the rulers. Means many rulers tried to succeed the throne, but they were incapable to show their power, and they were weak and incompetent. In 1290 CE, the Mamluk dynasty take its last breath, and then the Khalji rulers, Khalji noble, captured the throne, and the rule of Khalji dynasty started from 1290 to 1320 CE. And the last ruler of Mamluk dynasty was Muizzuddin Kaikabad. Muizzuddin Kaikabad was killed by Jalaluddin Firoz Khalji in 1290. As I have told you, after the death of Balban 1286, many rulers tried to control the dynasty, and Muizzuddin Kaikabad was one of them, and Firoz Jalaluddin killed him, and the later became the first ruler of the dynasty. So who was the first ruler of Khalji dynasty? Jalaluddin Firoz Khalji was the first ruler of Khalji dynasty. His ancestors, means the ancestors of Khalji, belong to Turco-Afghan means they were not belongings of Turk only or Afghan only. So they were belonging of both the Turk and Afghan. So Khaljis ruled for 3 decades and expanded and established the Sultanate more up to central India. And after that, the rule of Jalaluddin Firoz Khalji started from 1290 to 96. Firoz Khan was a weak ruler and had most of his time spent it to suppress the rebellions. विद्रोह को शांत करने में ही उसका ज़्यादातर समय लगा और he had a weak strategy against Mongols. उसकी कोई खास स्ट्रेटेजी भी नहीं थी मंगोल्स को हराने की. एंड ड्यू टू ऑल दीज वीक strategies against Mongols, he gave one of his daughter to the Mongols, and he was killed by his nephew Ali Garshab in 1296 CE, who later became Alauddin Khalji. So what was the name of Alauddin Khalji? Ali Garshab. And after this, the rule of Alauddin Khalji started from 1296 to 1326 CE. He was the most powerful ruler of Khalji dynasty. Who was the most powerful ruler? Alauddin Khalji was the most powerful ruler of Khalji dynasty, and Alauddin Khalji was the first Turkish sultan to build an empire in India. He was an ambitious ruler, and his kingdom saw expansion in territories as well as military. He enforced different laws and systems to ensure his military power. After his death in 1316, Tughlaq dynasty came into existence. So students, after this we'll start the topic of the administration policies of Alauddin Khalji, which we'll decide in our next class. I have given you some homework questions which you have to complete. If you have not purchased your textbook till now, try to purchase it as soon as possible, and if you have already purchased, just read the chapter properly and complete your homework questions.